All right, good morning, guys. Let's start today on our back, and we're going to take our block, and I want to offer to you, if it feels good, to have the block under your sacrum or a reclined kind of restorative bridge pose. So just try to make it comfortable. This is a very gentle inversion, starting to draw some of the energy to the crown of the head. Maybe crawl the shoulders under a little bit, let the chest open slightly, hands up to the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Try to relax the front body, a little gentle open to the hips as well. Once we're in our position, notice how your breath is doing this morning. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what areas you may want to work on today. Just let that gentle lift right underneath the sacrum support you. Take a few more breaths here. Again, noticing any areas that might be tight or painful today that you can work on. And if you want to, perhaps set an intention for yourself for this class, maybe a word or phrase that would resonate with you. Once you've thought of your word or phrase, locking it in and considering it already done. Two more deep breaths right here. Start some movement through the neck, just maybe rolling the head back and forth, starting to warm into the neck. Still focusing on our breathing, drawing it down to our lower belly, feeling that area expand. Perhaps gentle shoulder shrug here. Start to move a little bit into the shoulders. And then settle back to the center. Let's lift our arms up overhead, reach toward the edge of our mat. Make this like a full body yawn. Nice big lengthening, stretching. And as we exhale, bring the arms down to the sides. Let's do that movement a couple more times. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, lengthen, maybe little tiny back bend here, open the chest a little more. Exhale, bring the arms down to the sides, release. Inhale, lift, open, exhale down. Last time, lift. Exhale down. Plant your hands down on the mat. Let's lift one leg. Reach it up toward the ceiling. We can keep our hands pressed down or grab behind the leg and the knee. Draw it towards us a little bit. And if this is uncomfortable with the lower back, having a block under there, you can move it. On an exhale, bend that knee, draw the knee into your chest. Feel that little stretch into the glute. And then exhale, let's put that leg down. Lift the other leg, reach. Pressing the hands down or option to grab behind the knee or towards you. On an exhale, bend that knee, draw the knee into your chest, use both hands. Exhale, release that leg. Let's take our block out from underneath us if you haven't already. And we're going to move into a banana pose. So we're going to take our hips over to the left a little bit and then move our feet off to the right. So we're creating kind of a crescent shape with our body. If you need a little bit more help moving your legs over and help with your hands, there is an option as well to cross your left foot over your right. So there's a little bit more stretch on that side. You don't have to hold it as much with muscle. So that's another option. We're trying here to keep our hips down toward the mat. And then I'll give you one more option. You can raise your hands up if that feels comfortable and moving the arms over to the right. The Sanskrit name for this pose, which is probably made up, is Vinyasa. Keep breathing into the left side body. Again, if this is too much on the shoulders, bring the arms down to the sides. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, release the arms down. Uncross the feet if you have them crossed, and let's move our hips over to the right. Then legs will come to the left. And if this is enough here, that's fine. If you do want to cross over your ankles right on top of left, you may. And then that option to reach the arms up overhead to the left this time. Focus on lengthening that right side of the body, drawing energy there. One more nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's start to move back. Let's take both knees into our chest. Rock side to side. Nice massage to the lower back. Let's place our hands back down on the mat. And we're going to take some bicycle movements with our feet, legs. You can keep them bent and then just start to move. As much range of motion as you need. Start to feel that in the lower abdomen area. Perhaps bring the legs a little lower. That feels okay in the lower back. Still keeping that circular movement. And let's start to reverse. One more round. Exhale, bring the feet back to the mat in constructive rest. Let's let our knees fall out to the sides. Recline butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Arms up above the head if you like. Join the hands, a little more of a shoulder stretch. Let those elbows fall down to the mat. Try to relax the inner thigh. Release the knees down. Two more breaths. Let the chest open. Awesome. Let's turn to our side. And we're going to spin the legs around and come to tabletop. Move slowly. once we're here, we've got our joints nice and stacked. We can take some side-to-side movement. See how those stretches have helped us to warm up a little bit, get the juices flowing. All right, let's come back to center. I want to offer here a little toe squat. So let's curl the toes under and shift the hips back a little bit. And this may be enough for you here. If you've got really tight feet, like plantar fasciitis, that type of thing going on. If you want to go a little deeper, you can walk your hands towards your knees, sit up a little taller. Or if it's comfortable for you, bringing your hands to your legs and sitting all the way back. Feeling that opening through the bottom of the foot. Nice. Draw the shoulders back, look up a little bit. We won't be here for super long. Keep relaxing the feet. One more breath. Exhale, let's come back to our hands and knees. Let's widen the knees a little bit more. Sink back to child's pose. Big stretch. Drop the hips all the way down. Feel the heart dropping toward the mat as well. Try to relax, breathe. Work a little half series from here. Inhale, come forward to a kneeling plank. You can shift your knees toward one another a little bit if you like. Shift the shoulders forward and slowly come down. Exhale. Inhale, press up using your arm strength and shift back, child's pose. Knees. Inhale, come forward and all the way down. Exhale. Keep moving at your pace, use your breath. Find your cadence that you like. Two more times. On the last one, we're going to meet in our chaturanga with our belly down. And we'll bring our elbows down for Sphinx pose for a moment. Gentle opening to the front body. Keep drawing the shoulders back. Keep drawing the heart forward. One more nice deep breath here. And start to shift back, bring the hands underneath the shoulders again. Let's come back to our child's pose. Again, we can widen the knees. Reach the arms forward for an extension. And then option here for, excuse me, thread the needle arms. So right arm can come underneath, reaching toward the left side of the mat. And then the right side of the head can rest down, but still in our child's pose. There's not enough space for you to do it like this. We can do it more traditionally with the hips lifted. That feels better. Either way. Slowly come out. Come back to our child's pose. Reach the arms forward once again. And then come up a little bit and send the left hand underneath, or thread the needle on the other side. One more breath here. And slowly release. Let's come back to our tabletop. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here before we move on. Try to actuate your whole spine. Move with your breath. Couple more rounds. Keep moving. And then back to midline. Let's curl the toes under. We'll come to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend those knees. Pedal the heels a little bit if you need. Sink back. From here, let's walk the hands to the feet. Take a little walk up here. Forward fold. Release the upper body. Bend the knees as much as you need. And slowly walk the hands forward again. Downward facing dog. Let's take a little three-legged dog here. Lift the right leg, reach up. You can bend the knee. Keep opening that hip, draw that knee upward. Exhale, release that leg down. And other side, lift, hold, breathe. Exhale, bring that leg down slowly. Walk the hands to the feet again. Forward fold. Option here to cross the arms if you need to. Bring a little bit more weight on the upper body. Exhale, plant the hands down. We'll walk hands up again to downward facing dog. Exhale. Again, any movement you need here. Walk the feet to the hands this time. One more forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Breathe. And fold again, release. Inhale, let's come all the way up slowly into the hips. Reach up. Exhale, arms out to the sides. Mountain pose, open the chest. Tadasana. Let's take a wider stance for some more movement. You can come to the long edge of your mat if you like. Bend the knees a little bit, make sure the shoulders are over the hips. Bring the arms out to the sides. Inhale, big reach up. Keep the arms rounded. It says Buddha holds the earth. Press your hands up toward the ceiling. Exhale, arms come down. Exhale, cross. Inhale, reach. One breath here. Exhale down. Then we'll flow one breath, one movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cross. One more time with a big lift. And then exhale, let's tip forward a little bit more this time, still crossing the arms. Reach up. Exhale. time, reach. And settle the arms down. Let's take a flowing side opener. Right arm lifts up, reach. Left hand's down by the leg. Exhale, down, other side. One more time each time. And exhale. Nice. Let's take a flowing twist. You can bring the legs in a little bit if you like. That feels better. The arms real loose. And exhale, release. Let's come toward the top of our mat. Start our sun salutations. You recall from our Sanskrit work a couple weeks ago, this is Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. Take a breath here in mountain pose. Settle the mind, settle the body, prepare for movement. Here we go, now reach. Big opening, exhale, forward fold, plant the hands down, send the right foot back, heels up for runner's lunge. Left foot back, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, coming to plank or kneeling plank. Forward and down, exhale, chaturanga. Little back bend, keep the elbows bent. And down, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Reach up as high as you can. Shift forward for our lunge, then forward fold. Reach up, extend. And then chair pose. And we'll repeat, reach. And fold. Left foot back this time, and right foot downward facing dog. Plank. Send it down slowly, exhale. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Send it through for lunge. Feet together, forward fold. Stand up. Chair pose. And again, reach. Fold. Right foot back. Left foot back, down dog. Our version of plank. And down slow, exhale. Cobra. Down dog. Right leg up. Lunge. Forward fold. Reach. And chair pose. Fourth time's the charm. Reach. And fold. Left leg back. Right leg back, down dog. Coming to plank. And slowly down, exhale. Cobra. And down. Down dog. Left leg up. Lunge. Forward fold. Extend. Chair pose. Sit deep. All right, our last two, as always, we have an option for upward facing dog for a back bend. You can take that option. Inhale, reach, if you like. Exhale, fold. Right foot back, left foot back, down dog. Take your option here, either coming to cobra through chaturanga or up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lift the right leg, reach. Lunge. Forward fold. Reach up. And chair. All right, last one, guys. Inhale, reach. And fold. Left foot back. Right foot back, down dog. Take your option here for back bend. And back to down dog, exhale. Left leg lifts. Lunge. Forward fold. Rise up slow. Chair pose. Keep reaching. Option for balance here if you like. Little extra challenge. Lift one heel or both. Sink the hips a little deeper. Deep breathing, draw the breaths down. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Nice job, guys. Awesome work. Start our next series with Warrior One. Feet close together, top of the mat, step back with the right. Bring that left knee over the ankle, square off the hips. Reach the arms. We're going to take some shoulder and chest work here. So let's bring the arms down to the side, stay lifted with the chest, open. Inhale, lift up a little more and reach up and back. A little crescent here. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And exhale, arms down. We can join our hands behind our lower back and look up, draw the shoulders back for a little more stretch. Option here to take humble warrior if we like, or just bring the crown of the head forward and then lift the hands off the lower back. We want to go full humble warrior. Torso comes down to meet the leg, lift the arms as high as you can. Try to keep those shoulders square toward the top of the mat. Relax the head, neck. Nice. Exhale, drop the hands down onto the mat. Let's lower the back knee. We're going to bring our hands to the inside of that left foot. So it's going to be foot, hand, hand, or a lizard pose. Draw that knee back a little bit more. You can always pad if you need to. And then option here to bring our block under our hands. That feels better, or use it for our forearms, or come all the way down onto the mat, but moving slowly onto the forearms. Nice. Two more breaths. All right, let's curl the back toes under. We can take our left hand and place it on the other side of that foot. Lift the knee for our runner's lunge. Send that heel back a little more, stretch the foot. Crown of the head reaches forward. So we're not breaking posture too much here. Option for a twist. Plant through the right hand, lift the left, open that shoulder back. As always, we want to drop that knee down, we may. Exhale, bring the hand down. Slowly start to work up to standing. Use your hands on your leg. Let's keep that back heel up. We're going to come to a high lunge. Lift the arms up. And then option for a side body opener here. Left hand can come to the hip, right hand reaches up and over, midline. Working on keeping our balance here. Exhale, release. Let's take our balance on that left foot. So we're going to come forward a little bit. Lighten the load on that right foot so it can stay behind us touching the mat. Or we can reach it behind us for warrior three. Option here to drop the hands down on the mat for tripod pose or supported warrior three. Working on trying to bring that leg back as close to horizontal as we can. Exhale, let's drop that leg down slowly, start to stand. And then still planting on that left foot, let's draw our right leg up in front of us. This is our Tai Chi crane stance. Trying to bring our knee up to our waist. Arms can go out to the sides. Or stay here at the center. 2 more breaths. Exhale down, nice job. Let's take our left foot back. Repeat that sequence on this side. Switch sides of my mat here. Starting again with our warrior one. Reach up, plant both feet down onto the mat. We'll take our arm movement here. Arms come down, chest stays lifted. Open the chest and look up a little bit. Reach up. Exhale. One more time. And big reach. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Take your option here, maybe to just lift and open the chest a little bit, or tip forward any amount, or coming all the way to humble warrior here. Lift the arms as high as you comfortably can. Keep breathing, keep the neck neutral. And exhale, release the hands, plant them down on the mat. Let's come down to that left knee. Working our way toward the earth for our lizard pose. This time will be hand, hand, foot. Bring that front knee over ankle as much as you can. Being very gentle with yourself. Use any props you need here. Good. All right, let's take that right hand, place it on the outside of the right foot. You can heel toe your foot more toward the center of the mat. Curl the back toes under and the left side, lift the knee. Runner's lunge. And stay here, or option for our easy twist. Right arm lifts up. Reach that shoulder back. Keep breathing. You guys look awesome. Exhale, bring that hand down, work your way slowly up to standing. Keep that back heel up for our high lunge. And then our option for a side opener here, right hand comes to the hip this time. Lift up and over with the left, reach, Exhale, bring that arm down, shift the weight forward. Take your option for warrior 3 on this side or tripod pose. Option for our block, whatever we need. There are hands or hands to the mat, hands to the leg. Nice. Keep extending that leg back. As always, keep the neck neutral here. Shoulders are still drawing back, even in this pose. Exhale, slowly draw yourself back up, place that foot down. Still balancing on the right. Let's lift the left leg, crane pose. The foot draws across midline a little bit, toes pointed down. Arms can press up to the sides. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And exhale, slowly release down. Shake it out a little bit. Nice work, guys. A lot of good balance and stuff. All right, let's take another wide stance. You can come to the edge of the mat again if we like. This will be a leg challenge just for a moment here. We're going to come to sun pose. Bend, bring the arms out over the legs, sink the hips down a little bit more. Keep the shoulders over the hips as much as we can. Two more breaths. We need to pop up, we may. And release. Come back to standing. We're going to go right from here to Fair Lady Works the Shuttle. So left hand is going to come up like we're trying to block the sun. Keeping that arm bent. This is on our left side. We're going to press our right hand through to that left corner of the mat. It's going to come underneath. We're going to come to kind of a warrior posture here. Inhale, we'll shift, going to the other side. Right hand goes up this time, block the sun, left hand presses to the corner of the mat. Inhale, shift to the other side. Try to make this slow, meditative. Work with your breath, so we're inhaling as we turn, exhale as we press. The energy never stops, continually moving. Work on shifting your weight, shifting your hips a little bit. One more time each side. And exhale, drop the hands down. Still in our wide stance, we're going to take some balance, sweeping the leg, call this shifting weights. Shift over to the left side, and then start to lighten that right leg. And then draw it across. We can draw a big oval with our toe on the ground and then place it back, shifting to our other side. Once we've shifted, lifting that foot, tracing a big oval, drawing it in front of the other leg and then back, and then shifting to the other side. Again, the energy never stops. And if you're getting the hang of this with the balance, you want a little more challenge, lift the leg higher. The toe is going to be pointing down just like we did with our crane stance. We're going to lift and circle the knee, bring that hip out. The idea is to stay on that root leg and not shift your weight over until that toe has touched down. One more time each side. I know this is a tough one. Get the hang of. Nice. Once we're done, shake it out a little bit. We've got one more balance challenge. We can come to the wall. We're going to do hand to toe. So we'll start here with our knee pulled up toward us. If we want to do this freestanding, we may. we're feeling comfortable in our balance, we can start to lift that leg out to the side. We do have an option here for going to the toe instead. So if that's accessible to you, and it's not going to compromise your posture too much, you can bring that leg out to the side. As always, we can use that wall for our balance if we need, and then drawing the other hand out to the side as well. So we're looking for balance here, for hip opening, and for that stretch into the leg that is accessible to us. And release. Nice. Let's go to the other side. Lifting the left leg, hands underneath the knee. And then our option for extension here, or simply just coming out to the side. And if one side is totally different from the other, that's okay. It's natural. Focus on that balance and breathe. Exhale, release. Nice job. All right, let's come back down to the mat, hands and knees. We're going to come to a puppy stretch or melting heart pose, as it's called, elbows down. Keep the hips high, but shift them back. Forehead rests down lightly. If you're not feeling this into your shoulders, you can put blocks underneath your arms. Keep drawing the hips back, letting the heart drop toward the earth. That's the melting heart pose. We're going to try to keep our lower back straight though. Keep those hips drawing back. We don't want to invite too much of a curve into the lower back, create lordosis. Two more nice deep breaths. Start to shift the hips forward. We'll come to lie down on our belly. Arms out to the sides, down by our sides. Palm down toward the mat. We're going to move to locust pose. When we're ready, start to lift the chin up off the mat and the shoulders. And the feet, keeping the knees down to start with, and then starting to lift everything else, really squeezing into the mid and upper back. Glutes as well. Lift as high as we can. Option here if you want to try it, although be careful with your shoulders, arms can come forward. Superman flying pose.
Answer for that.
Supermanasana, I don't know. Arms down, exhale. No, I don't know an option for that one. Let's take our elbows down, come back to our Sphinx. And on our exhale, we're going to move our left hand in front of us. The right hand is going to come back and reach for that foot. We're going to do a half bow, but with a little bit more of a twist in the upper body this time. You can also reach to the inside. That feels better. Draw the heel toward your seat. Stay a little lifted. If this isn't comfortable, just come down for a regular bow, half bow pose. It's not comfortable to be lifted a little bit. Exhale, release that leg. We'll come to the other side. Right forearm down, bend that left leg, reach behind and grab. The chest open a little bit. That twist. Again, that inside grip may be helpful too. Exhale, release. Let's come back to center. We're going to come up and work our way to either downward facing dog or to dolphin, whichever is preferable to you. So dolphin is basically down dog except with the elbows down. So once we got our forearms down on the mat, curling our toes under, lifting our hips, straightening, shifting back as much as we can. Really good shoulder work here. One more breath. Exhale, bring those knees down, whichever pose we're in. Come back to our tabletop. From here, we'll go right to a side plank. So let's take the left knee and put it more toward the center of the mat. Straighten the right leg and put the foot down. And then we can stay here with our support underneath us as we lift the right arm. Or we can straighten both legs, stagger them, and come to a full side plank. Those hips high, strong through that arm. Make sure not to lock out the joints. Exhale, place the hand down. Let's come to our plank. Uncurl or unwind the feet, I guess. Two more breaths here. Keep focus. And then exhale, we can drop that knee down or just go directly to our side plank on the other side. To you. Exhale, unwind, bring that hand down to the mat. Back to our plank. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lift our right leg to 3-legged dog. Let's keep the legs straight this time. Work into that hip as much as we can. Lift as high as we can. Slowly shift forward. And as we exhale, bring that knee, right knee toward the wrist. And settle down to the mat. We're going to come to a pigeon pose. Take any options you like for pigeon here. So we can stay lifted in our pigeon once we got our leg underneath us. Let that hip come down. We can have a block under our hands here. Option for a block under the hip as well to keep that nice and level. We want to come to our sleeping pigeon version. Head can come down. Relax all the way to the mat. Make any adjustments you need to with that lower leg as well. Three more nice deep breaths. Make them count. Slowly start to come out. Bring that left leg forward a little bit. Place the hands down, release the right leg. Take a little movement before we go again back to our downward facing dog. And we'll meet there. Lift the left leg up, keep the leg straight. And exhale, bring the left knee toward the left wrist. Work your way down. Any options you like for pigeon. Keep letting your hips melt down toward the mat. Three more breaths. And slowly start to move out. Bringing that right leg forward, left leg back. And we're going to come back to our elbows down and work the knees a little wider. You may want some support for your knees. In this pose, you can come to the other edge of your mat as well. The knees is where you're going to have the most contact. So if you want to turn to the side and bring the elbows down, this is like a little frog pose. Work your legs wider. Another option, if you need more support, is to double your mat up on both sides. That might be another option. That helps the knees be more comfortable. Start to work the legs wider a little bit more. See where you can push the limit of your stretch without causing any pain. Be gentle with yourself. And 3 more breaths here. Slowly start to move out. Take your hands down to the mat. Let's take our supports away and undo our mat. Have it all curled up, and we'll come to seat. Bring our legs forward. Sit nice and tall in your staff pose. You can place something under your knees if you need. Draw the shoulders back. Maybe tip back just a little bit for some low core work. From here, we're going to take a spinal twist. Let's take our right leg, and we can draw it toward us. Option to bring it over the left leg, if you feel like that would help a little bit with your twist. And we'll take the knee with our left hand, reach up with the right hand first, make sure that we've got really good straight posture, and then place it behind us, drawing that shoulder back, looking over the right shoulder. Exhale, release towards center. Move that leg down. And then take the other leg, same option as we took on the other side. Hop it over or just keep it in front of us. Grab on with that right hand. Reach up with the left. Exhale, place it right behind the spine. And twist over the left shoulder. Nice. Exhale, release back towards center. Let's unwind that foot, leg. And with core strength, we'll lift up both hands, reach toward the ceiling. Exhale, seated forward fold. Reach for the legs or the toes. Stretch forward. Reach the crown of the head. Trying to keep some semblance of posture here. So as we breathe, straightening the back. As we exhale, drawing the head forward. Using our breath as a tool to get a little deeper into our stretch. Exhale, release. Let's scoot forward and come to lie on our back. Draw the knees in, rock side to side. In our last pose, let's take our legs straight and press our hands down into the mat. This is basically a legs up the wall pose without the wall there. Reaching up. Option here for a half shoulder stand, candlestick pose, or plow. If you prefer that, for a little more stretch, more release, or we can stay here in our legs up the wall. Slowly exhale, bring those legs down. Take your option for Shavasana. So I like to lie in reclined butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. My knees down. Or legs straight, or we can do our walk under the sacrum like we had last time. Nice. Slow the breath down. Trying to relax any movement from the body, any tightness, any pain that we may still have. Still drawing our breath into the low belly, feeling that area expand, pressing back against the spine, then feeling it expand out to the sides and to the front. Thinking back to the intention that we set for ourselves at the beginning of class, if we set one. Repeating that mantra again in our heads. Creating a short visualization for ourselves if we like. I'll offer lying under a tree. Springtime is causing new buds to grow. New leaves starting to sprout. Grass becomes greener around us. Sun is warm, but there's still a little bit of a chill in the air. Winter is still hanging on just a little. The sun is starting to break up the fog and the moisture, starting to dry things out. We're feeling the dew on our skin, breathing the crisp air, warming it inside our body, and then releasing it out. Feeling our strength draw from nature, strength draw from the light of the sun, and from the protection of the tree that we're under. Feeling the ground beneath us, roots growing into the ground, keeping the tree and us strong and stable. Feeling ourselves being one with nature. Feeling ourselves being whole and at peace. Two more breaths here. Savor them. Start to take some small movements, bringing energy back to the limbs. Taking some movement. And when we're ready, drawing our knees to our chest and turning to our side. Exhaling a big sigh. Slowly work our way up. Into seated with our hands on our knees. Taking a mudra if you like. Let's take one more breath as a class together. We'll chant the sound of Om, vibrating into our connection to the earth, our lowest chakra. Inhale. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Need like a half hour or an hour meditation now.
Like after that.
Yeah, keep that going.
John, have a great week.
You too, Chris. Take care. Thanks for coming.
You bet. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.